Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. So, to introduce this topic, I just have to tell you a bit about what I do and who I am. So, and I hope this doesn't sound like too much of a humble brag, but I work with Bayyina, with Qalam, and other organizations that, alhamdulillah, by now are well established. They've gone through growing pains. So I often get approached by other organizations, new fledgling startup projects, that need help setting up media solutions, marketing solutions. They need websites, they need fixed media solutions. They want to know how to set up their Facebook page, how to set up their Twitter page, what WordPress theme they should use, how to connect all their social media. They want paid email marketing, one-click advertising. They want to know how to get all of these surface-level, superficial tools when, in fact, the organization itself doesn't have any substance to it. So they've started out, they've got a name, a logo, and now all they want is marketing material, online flash, and hype. Because they're looking at other organizations that are already in play, that are already well established, and they see that they have all these tools working in place, and they want those as well. But what they don't realize, what they haven't established first, is their purpose, their goals, and their vision. So for any organization to properly contribute to the community, they need to first identify what their purpose is and how they want to contribute, how they want to benefit the community. Because a lot of times, and I've been approached, for example, the brother said to you stories. So one of my past experiences, I was approached by an organization that, again, they had a logo in place, they had a name, and they said, we're ready to do programming. So I was like, okay, so what's the purpose of your organization? Exactly what do you want to do, and how do you want to educate the Muslim community? And they said, huh? So at that point, they hadn't figured out what their vision was, what their purpose was. And based on that vision and that purpose, they hadn't identified what sort of programming they wanted to do and how that programming was going to help the Muslim community. So I said, first, identify who and what you are. What are you trying to accomplish? You have organizations that are specifically tailored for classical Arabic grammar education, organizations that teach fiqh, organizations that teach Muslim personal finance. So you have different organizations with different purposes. So first you need to figure out what you're trying to accomplish. Then identify your audience through that purpose. Third, you need to develop programming filtered through that purpose, filtered through that mission statement. This is something a friend of mine taught me. That once you have your purpose and vision laid out in that one sentence, you have it you've gone through it 100 times and now you have it down to a sentence. This is what we're about. Then filter your programming through that and make sure that if you're an Arabic institute, you're not teaching fiqh classes. Don't have outlier programming. Figure out what you're about and then do that to the best of your ability. And I said, once you have that vision and purpose, once you have developed programming, and then once you've gotten the right people to help you implement that programming, then you can worry about superficial solutions that are going to help you, tools that are going to help you. You can worry about which WordPress theme is going to work best for your homepage layout and how to connect your Facebook to your Twitter to your LinkedIn and all that. You can worry about paid email marketing once you know what you're actually marketing to people. So that's my simple point, which is organizations, especially new ones, fledgling organizations, need to go for substance, not flash. Don't turn yourselves into, for lack of a better words, a hype machine. You know, unnecessarily ridiculous looking YouTube trailers, a friend of mine has this example of the most ridiculous Muslim Islamic event flyer, where it's a dome, a baby, somebody reading Quran, and some ayat like photoshopped into the background. So don't go for a hype machine. Don't try to get as much flash as possible. In fact, rather try to build your organization with some substance, have a purpose, and then move forward from there. Jazakallah.